Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. What I wanted to talk a little bit about today was just getting help with our debt. It's something that we all have debt. Almost everybody has debt. I guess I should say that instead. Whether it's a mortgage or we got credit cards or student loans, line of credit, car loan, personal loan. There's all kinds of different loans that we get that we have that. Just part of living. A lot of times there's a lot of purchases you're not even able to make unless you purchase it on a credit card. So there's definitely a need, and it is important to have your debt in place, but it's also good to make sure, hey, we're managing it correctly. We got the right kind of structure in place so that it never becomes unmanageable and it gets running away on us. There's not always runaway lanes to kind of get that stuff on order. But there is a couple things that you can do. So, one thing I love helping families with is with their debt, getting out of debt sooner, so that they can save more money, reach more of those goals, and put more money in their pockets versus the debt company's pockets. However, sometimes it's just, maybe depending on when I meet with somebody or kind of where they're at and what their goals are, sometimes they have to look at alternative systems or structures in order to help them get that debt paid off. And so one we all know about, or everyone's pretty much familiar with, is bankruptcy. That's something that you can do. It's not a fun one to go through. And I'm not getting into bankruptcy today. One that a lot of people aren't familiar with, and sometimes they hear of too late, or sometimes they hear of too early, is called a consumer proposal. And it's somewhat similar to bankruptcy, but also kind of not really. But it's there to help pay off your debts a little bit faster if things become unmanageable. So what I wanted to go through today is I wanted to give you a few points on, when you should be considering a consumer proposal. Because I've had some people enter into one or start negotiating for one, and they didn't need it. They just didn't think there was another option available to them. So I know sometimes it seems like, okay, this is just an easier route, let's go do that. But that's not actually the best route for you. Again, taking a look at your whole goals about, when you want to make certain purchases or you want to accomplish certain things. A consumer proposal can set you back a few years. Will affect and lower your credit score. These different things I'm going to get into. So I want to kind of explain to you, hey, when is a good time to be considering a consumer proposal? Also what to expect when you enter into one. To be honest with you, until I started working with some clients on this and doing some research on my own, I didn't really understand how it worked. And I find that not all companies share the information. They're all there. A bunch of them are there to help. You do kind of got to be careful who you're working with. But a lot of them are there to help, but they just may not do a great job of explaining the process or what to expect or what these next steps are, because they're just trying to process as many people as possible, which, hey, if that's their method, that's their method. So I want to go through, give you some advice and some tips on that kind of stuff. So I hope that it helps.